for first, and they are such a bloody team, but they're still staying at the top of the table. That really intense, fight-heavy style just works for this squad. Damage coming in from the combo with Dardoch, as well as the binding off the back end from Aframu. MikeYoung making his way into the top side. Tries to get himself away from the cocoon. The damage still coming through. Zig looking to make the flash into the knockback, and they've got the first blood.
And they use the flash from Zig, so they can't contest. Arrow clearing it out. They're looking for him. Dardoch gonna go for the
first coming through, and they've got the kill onto Arrow. Dardoch now needing to be a little careful. MikeYoung doesn't want to jump in there. Still has the Mountain Drake, remember. The turret's a lot lower HP as well. CLG will grab turret first blood.
Comes up right there, and they have the Rift Herald now, so you do have to be careful. This could be a mid-push.
Need to defend in multiple locations. Darshan exhausted as he tries to use the Slicing Maelstrom to defend, but stunned up and brought down 1 versus 3.
And they might get the turret
cannon
too.
will fall.
There goes one turret.
2x special, but the Drake has already been secured. CLG was working on it the entire time, and they end up getting away with it for free. Darshan on the backside, stun on the front, on 2x special, Huhi over the wall. But CLG's got to be very careful about the way they fight this. Everyone's a bit separated. Darshan's bringing the ulti, having big 5-man ulti. Charms come out, damage goes through. Special's going to be going down. More health bars evaporated, and 3 die for Phoenix1. A double kill for Dardoch.
They're trying to outplay here. They still have an ability to do so. They have the mana arrow burning down.
One more hit'll get him. Stixay's got the shot.
Look at how low everybody is on Counterlogic Gaming, but they come up with a 4-for-1.
The bloodiest team in the NALCS shows exactly the way they want to play this game. They get their fight, they get the Infernal Drake, and now the mid lane tier 1 is their reward as the ace comes through, and Ryu...
The acquisition for Counterlogic Gaming in the offseason. Hold on though, Zig.
Zig. Stuns come through, holds him down long enough to make sure that's not a 1-for-1. Look at the damage in the last team fight. When you get an ulti, you're going to top the chart.
Doesn't matter if you're AP or not at that point. You're getting your ultimate and you're getting your W on everybody, which is your max rank spell first on Kennen AD. So even if it's not the auto attacks, we're in that circuit. Hold on though.
Ooh, counter. Aframu just destroyed by MikeYoung. Dardoch having to run away. The Winter's Bite.
As Phoenix1. Arrow started to get some trap levels.
Ooh, MikeYoung got the flash cocoon. Makes the play.
Not afraid at all to go for those plays. He has done that. It's pretty ridiculous.
It is funny how the Caitlyn got nerfed. Now Huhi, the man making the play. The arrow comes through. The stun comes out. The damage onto Phoenix1. Huhi's got to be careful. He is taking low. Special trying to disengage this one. A lot of damage onto Aframu. 1-for-1. And CLG walks away.
But that is what I'm talking about. They already see this being started up. It's half HP. They don't even get the TP from Darshan, though.
Phoenix1 does do Baron very quickly. I mean, that was dropping fast. If it wasn't for the Hawk shot, there could have been some trouble as Slicing Maelstrom is used to clear out the minion wave and make it so Darshan gets enough firing time onto this bottom lane tier 3 to take it down and crack the base.
Doesn't have Phantom, or doesn't have Runan's Hurricane. I think he may be going for either Hex Drinker or it could be him going for, hold on though, Death Dance. Look at this, we're seeing it right here. No ultimate on Darshan either though. And here goes MikeYoung.
The 1v1 breakdown to 2v2, but the charm comes out and MikeYoung will be the sacrificial lamb to keep Zig alive. Special trying to run from Dardoch, Aframu, and Stixay. Some quick feet on him, but not quick enough to get away from the kick of Dardoch.
Yeah, absorbs an ultimate there. And now Counterlogic Gaming throw down the Scryer's Orb. That's where Huhi shows himself. And when they finally have 2 people up, they back off a Baron, but the inhibitor was the prize.
He's having such a greater effect on so many more champions, including what you're seeing like this game on the Ahri, being able to rotate around, make those moves happen. 4v4 potential here in the mid lane as Darshan makes his way towards this as well. Arrow lands onto Arrow, but it's immediately going to be cleansed away. Huhi jumping into the fight. Black Shield to make sure he doesn't get CC'd. Special going to be killed before he can find the Glacial Fissure. MikeYoung joins him. And CLG's got themselves a rampage on the AD carry, 2-for-0. Ryu hanging out over the wall here. His Banshee's Veil might be able to keep it alive for a moment, but Dardoch with a nice kick flash. Darshan can't make his way into the fight with the ulti, but Dardoch will stay on Ryu long enough for Huhi to grab the kill, and CLG with 3. This world, they'll take that one down very rapidly. No contest whatsoever. And
like Morgana, etc. But for...
Wow.
Speaking of walking wards, that's pretty much how he treated him right there.
That was... Well, CLG,
they're
now in a spot where they might be able to make a pretty nice play onto Arrow, kicks him back, takes him down. Aframu, the one who gets the kill credit for that one. Darshan, the man who set it up to do, especially when you've got a player who was an MVP like Arrow, he's just not able, protecting both him and Huhi whenever they need that CC protection. Huhi grabbing that bottom lane inhibitor yet again. The mid lane one's going to need a couple more auto attacks to make sure that it goes down as well, but that's only a matter of time for CLG at this point. Zig gets stunned up, Dardoch's got yet another kick, and Zig is going to be dropping.
And Dardoch has just been slamming this game. He has only missed out on 3 kills, and those were picks that happened on the bottom side and in the mid as well. So Dardoch really just showing he's been a great acquisition for this team so far in terms of his aggression and making things happen. The Bloodiest team still on top.
CLG putting the screws to P1 here, trying to put the last couple of nails in the coffin as well and just end this game. Like you mentioned at the start, Zyrene, quickly and cleanly. Huhi jumping in with the charm onto Xpecial, rooting up that front line. More damage coming in. They take him down pretty rapidly. They finally get that last hit. Darshan on a killing spree with that one.
Able to get him with that final hit that ended up critting, and right now, P1 base in shambles, 34.5 minutes in here. CLG, we talked about we want to see them win fast here if they want to be a #1 team, and they'll put their money where their mouth is as Worlds contenders.
Well, they're putting on a pretty good show so far. One Nexus turret left standing between them and their final objective. 4 Phoenix1 members still trying to resist for now, but make that free. Stixxay grabbing the unstoppable streak onto another kill onto Mike Young. Zig trying to get himself away, but he's kicked back as he knocks him back, and Darshan goes on a rampage of his own. CLG now finds the charm onto Ryu. He'll be brought down shortly thereafter. Arrow, the last man standing, but does not stand long, and the game will end for CLG.
Early game was a little rough, but that's pretty much whatever he was planning. But the Cassiopeia will scale nicely. Doesn't go for the Victor, which we've been seeing more and more, is something that you'd want to play into it. And now Phoenix1's comp, a little bit all over the place. Losing top lane matchup for Dardoch. So Dardoch's going to wrap around, pull Huhi over, and they're going to see that might have a fight here. Yep, there's Galio.
Young's going to be slowed. Galio looking to make the taunt happen onto Mike Young. Huhi going in for some damage, and Huhi is going to be first blooded by Mike Young, who goes down in the process, giving double buffs over to Darshan, excuse me, who flashes over with the enemy player that much. Oh, yeah. Don't want to.
And Zig hasn't backed yet either to use his teleport. Just trying to trade with Darshan, who has the double buffs. Full Fury, though.
Darshan's very aggressive.
What was I saying?
Good God, man. You can't allow him to continue to get stronger. Miasma placed down. Huhi returning auto attack.
Huhi's almost 6. There he goes.
Huhi's got the level 6. Calling's going to be coming out. Kapow, kapow, kapow. Can he find the damage? Yes, he can. Who is he?
Engaged immediately when he needed to. Look at this, though. Mike Young in the top side going for that gank I was talking about last game.
Finds quite a lot of damage down onto Darshan. More burst coming through. The taunt going to give him the courage of the Colossus shield. Darshan needs to try to escape this, but there's no way out. And the gank from Mike Young.
And then he gets 6, and he's ready to go. And look at that. They get him.
Oh, Dardoch. Wow, okay.
I like this. The Bruiser Nidalee, or the Nidalee playing has been accelerated here. Ryu, though. Huhi next to Dardoch.
Whoop, Miasma down. Huhi stunned up. Knight down onto Ryu. More damage coming through. Dardoch getting himself killed. Now Huhi going to be exhausted, trying to find the kill onto Ryu, blowing the summoner spells, but will not get anything. And Phoenix1 turns it on in game 2. Mike Young again in the top side.
Zig
looking to help out. Zig, the stuns are perfect, and even though Darshan tries to flash out of it, it's not going to do enough. Zig flashing away to make sure he stays alive, and the dive is clean enough from Phoenix1.
Zig played that perfect.
Huhi again trying to force these fights onto Ryu, but Ryu's got the miasma, he's got the petrifying
got him,
and he's got the solo kill.
Ryu with the solo kill onto Huhi.
Returning the
combo using the flash and the charm. We'll see right there. There it is.
There it is. Right onto Arrow. The damage coming through. The root is out. Xpecial looking to save that 80 carry if he can, but it may not be enough. Arrow goes down. Xpecial will be #2 as CLG grabs himself a double kill for the mid lane.
And like I said, you got to watch out for that engage range. And this, I'm doing nothing. And then
it doesn't actually hurt him, but it does. It does.
Yeah.
Oh, is going in to make the entrance. He's got the Galio right behind him, but can they find what they need in terms of damage? Mike Young in the back line, going to be shot now by Huhi. Gobbled up by Xpecial, knocked up into the air yet again, and Dardoch's able to find the first kill. Stixxay under pressure from Zig as Huhi goes after Ryu. That's going to be a very important target to bring down. If they can do it, the winds of war will blow. But Dardoch can't make the chase just yet. Xpecial with another save onto Ryu. Darshan wants to go for this if he can, as Zig will fall to Afro and Stixxay.
This is just a complete routing of Phoenix1. They're going to turn on the Baron now.
This is what we've talked about, Zyrene, about Phoenix1, the objective control in the early game, but they still can't win the fights.
Arrow almost has ultimate. He's a few seconds away from it here, and Afro was trying to run.
CLG might be putting themselves in a really risky spot here. The miasma over the wall, putting some damage down onto these guys. Who he dashing right back in. Baron is still pretty healthy, honestly. Very low health bars on CLG. Who he drops. Darshan gonna be taken low. Ryu still alive. Afromu behind, and CLG's efforts are squashed.
Gotta be careful here.
Darshan is dead. Dardoch is the one that we're actually talking about.
Yep, here comes Mike Young from the other side.
Mike Young should show up in time. Dardoch's not gonna be finding his way out of this anytime soon. Decides to take a blast cone, trying to get himself a little bit further away, but Nidalee is very effective at chasing him down. CLG's decision to overstay for that Baron. Phoenix1 is able to make the punish, and now they might get even more. Stixxay slowed down and forced to flash away. Gonna be bursted through. A killing spree for Ryu, and Phoenix1 has found themselves an absolutely awesome spot to be at in this game. Afromu the next HP though.
Yeah,
Dangerous level to be at for your initiator.
Yeah, definitely have to talk about what happened last time, but look at this. Look at the backline.
Who goes over the wall. Arrow gonna be charmed up, stunned up, gobbled up by Xpecial, trying to get him away as Who he continues the chase. Arrow gets shielded. Who he's gonna be damaged, gets himself almost taken down, but Arrow goes first. Stixxay trying to work his way into the fight as Darshan will be soaking damage from multiple members of Phoenix1, and he will not get himself away. Mike Young will zone the rest of CLG, and Phoenix1 finds themselves the 2-for-1. Did not work.
Yeah.
Zig getting chased down by Who he, forced to flash out. The culling into his back the whole time. Who he just relentless with this pursuit onto that Renekton forward. Couple more auto attacks, and Who he takes him down.
Man, Who he is having none of Arrow, Ryu, actually Arrow and Ryu, both right next to each other, trying to go for something.
CLG started it off. Root comes out, finds its way only onto Dardoch. Darshan can't be disabled. CLG's got to be careful. May just need to back this one up a little bit further. Instead, here comes Ryu, able to make the play. Afromu dead first. Darshan and Stixxay have to retreat.
Ryu, burning.
Exhaust onto Who he. Ryu stays alive. He's got the shield to make sure of it. More piercing arrows flying out. Darshan gonna be taken
afterwards, but you're still down. 10,000 gold is Counterlogic Gaming, and the fights aren't going overwhelmingly in P1's favor, but they're changing that right now with the flank.
Stixxay's caught out. Dardoch gonna be caught too. The Nidalee claws over the wall. And with the enemy jungler and AD carry dead, that's Baron number 2 for Phoenix1.
TP coming in from Darshan, trying to stop this with Who he.
They realize it's going to be real hard to win this game against that second Baron, so they're going for the all-out defense. Darshan trying to stay on top of Phoenix1's back line. He won't be able to do it. Who he takes over, trying to find the kill into Arrow, but instead he's going to be sealing his own fate. And Ryu is unstoppable.
Looking for the outplay there, but he's not going to get it. And P1 will get the Baron.
They got the Baron. They're going to get out. Afromu just has to stand by and check it out. He's trying to do what? I don't know what's going on. He grabs the kill onto Arrow, but he gets himself killed in the process. That's one now closer than ever to finding themselves the win here. Dardoch down to 2K. Dardoch wants and needs to steal this, but he cannot do it. Now Darshan trying to taunt up in the front line. Xpecial down to half, but the stun comes out onto Darshan. Zig trying to occupy the backline damage of CLG, and Ryu is godlike. Stixxay looking to run, but now he's stunned, and he is done. Dardoch has to get away from this. Who he hanging around on the side will not be spotted out just yet. Phoenix1, do they even need to care? They're Baroned up, they're Draked up, and Who he is trying to just buy some time. Afromu knocking Xpecial up into the air, but they've still got to be so careful here. The culling will not find the kill. The redemption coming down, the turret falling now in the mid lane. Who he's still just fighting his heart out, trying to stop this. But Phoenix1 is one hell of a monster. Blessed up with this burn and this Baron. They're marching down the mid lane. They take down Inhibitor turret number 1. Inhibitor goes right after, and the minions are ready and waiting in top lane.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll even go for that. They have 2 dead, Stixxay dead, Darshan dead. They're gonna try to go for the game here.
Nexus turret number 1 gone. Nexus turret number 2 telling a very similar story, Irene. Nexus under fire. Zig hanging around. Darshan in the backline trying to make the taunts happen. Afromu is down. Who he too. And Phoenix1 have found a rampage for the jungler. This should be the ace. The double kill for Mike Young. Darshan the last man standing. And we are going to game number 3.
Phoenix1 take the game. And he was playing things like Zed, playing things like LeBlanc, and he was always split pushing. This is before mid laners even took teleport, and he was very good at that.
Really has mastery over the game better. But Who he now looking to make the plays onto Ryu, who tries to flash away. Dardoch coming in. Who he gonna be jumped on? Mike Young looking to turn this one around if he can, and first blood goes to Ryu.
That combo, Mike with the flash shield, but he missed the Q follow-up. Darshan, though, trying to pair up with Dardoch, but Dardoch doesn't have that body slam flash, remember.
The Dar Binks combo trying to close in on Ryu here, see if they can get that revenge kill. Dardoch's got to watch out. Darshan flashing over the wall, looking to take this guy down if he can. A little bit more damage will do it, and he smacks him with the water noodle.
Yep. Darshan actually suffers a whole bunch that out and said, all right, we don't play it into Galio, then we'll be able to take it. Dardoch, though, does have flash this time. Mike Young.
Dardoch a bit close here, flashes away, but Mike Young chases after him with the resonating strike. Now CLG has found their way into this fight. Ryu popping the cleanse, getting himself away. Grand challenge has been issued. 4 vitals are there, and Darshan wants to chase him down. Heal is going to be procced, meaning the fight is not going to be turning anywhere else towards them anytime.
We had initially thought. Look at this, trying to flank. There's the wall.
Uh-oh, Stixay. Yeah, definitely going to be forced to flash out as Afromu is stuck. Can't get the jump over to Stixay and gets brought down.
And that might be from Darshan. Oh, remember Huhi. It's from Huhi.
There are limited resources here for Phoenix1. They're still looking to take the Herald down if they can. They do successfully grab it. No one's able to pick it up, though. Mike Young forced to flash back. Afromu still zoning them away from this.
Nobody got it. Yeah, you're
that
right.
Rift Herald sits on the ground for 40 seconds. You leave it there.
I love when the Rise has 2 E's set up on things and he kills one and they just double bounce.
Oh, they just bounce all over the place? Yeah, that was fantastic too.
Special look for the stun.
Afromu gobbled up. Stixay's there to keep him safe though. Might still look to make this 2v2 happen, but it's not quite a 2v2 as Ryu makes his way into the fight. Spray and pray out onto Afromu, who's barely walking away for now. He's not going to be getting away too much longer, though. Arrow grabbing the kill. P1 up 3-2 now as CLG can't respond in time.
I'm not
concerned about it.
Another flank looking for Dardoch. Cut him off with Arrow and X-Special and a wall.
Dardoch should just be dead to rights here. Tries to get himself away. Already popped the flash. CLG members over the wall. Can they do anything about this? Looking to get the stuns onto that Renekton. Darshan makes his way into the fight. Going to be stunned up now. Death over onto Zig via Stixay. X-Special low. Mike Young low as well. Huhi looking to make the flash. Gets the kill onto X-Special, but he dies in the process. 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. And hold on. And that's enough. Also, the pressure came through, but look at this. They're countering onto Zig.
Same thing that happened to Darshan moments ago happening to Zig now.
But
Mike Young makes his way into the fight. They managed to go 1 for 1 so far, but Dardoch will fall as well. Mike with a very nice kick.
Man, Mike playing a TP. They're trying to flank mid. Arrow's trying to engage. Has just enough for the ulti.
They want to go for this. Shield comes out from Afromu to block some of the damage. Change of Corruption looking to turn this one around. Mike Young going to be caught out, but saved. X-Special gobbles him up in time to prevent the death there. Darshan in the back line, stunned up, brought low, almost brought down. Riposte will not save him. And Phoenix1 finds the first kill of the fight. Now Zig on the front line. The wall comes through, blocking Afromu and Huhi away from the rest of the team. Dardoch tries to go in, but he goes in alone and just suicides. Now Phoenix1 is in a spot where they can try to go for even more, but Arrow's going to be stunned up. Ryu goes down. Mike Young going to be taken low. Stixay falls. Afromu retreating. Huhi's got full health and could potentially finish off 4 if given the opportunity. He's got Afro with him, but Phoenix1 is moving as a unit, and they'll escape.
Ryu had aggro there, still had flash. The stun comes out, though. Zig looking for more.
Huhi take it down. Take it low. He's gone. Special flash forward to devour Mike Young as well when he was going to die, which made it so P1 was able to turn the fight around. More big moves coming out of the CLG Kryptonite player. The root hits onto Arrow.
Not a great wall.
Phoenix1 still winning the fight for now. Juggle backwards onto both Afro and Dardoch, but now the Gragas cast is going to knock Phoenix1 forward. Afro moved down. Huhi and Stixay finding a little bit of damage onto Mike Young, but they have to retreat. Huhi buried the game with 80.
You get so much more, but look at that. Trying to push
Huhi
away.
And Ryu. 1v1 here. Huhi trying to flash to maybe finish that off. Ryu flashing away. And now the fight will be broken out as the rest of the teams dash in to make sure they can make something happen here. Huhi getting himself taken low, and Zig finds a very clutch kill. Arrow trying to chase down the rest of CLG. Mike Young going to be knocked forward by that explosive cast. One more hit will stun him up through that Winter's Bite. He gets gobbled to safety right before GA would be popped. So 1 for 0 so far, but meanwhile, Darshan working on that tier 2 turret bottom side. It's a kill for a turret so far, and CLG trying to stop back and buy time. Arrow's ulti opens up. Afromu going to be taken low, gets himself out in time. Objective.
This is so scary for them. They're so low. Huhi's up in 3 seconds. He has teleport. Counterlodge Gaming are trying to turn the game around right here.
They're just trying to buy the time they need.
There's the TP.
Ryu with the Banshee's Veil. That would need to be popped before Darshan could issue a grand challenge here. Arrow popping the heel. Trying to get these guys
Darshan
away to
gets so
safety. Darshan gonna be taken low. Pops the riposte and gets the heel field off. Ryu is down. Mike Young gonna be losing the Guardian Angel. Special taken low. Mike's back up alive, but how much longer? Zig taken down. A double kill for Stixay. Arrow's juggling around. Where's he gonna go? Right back to the spawn platform. A shutdown for Dardoch.
And that was huge from CLG. CLG in the driver's seat.
On the back foot the whole game, now firmly.
Yeah, when you talk about power plays here, this is going to be disgusting. I don't feel like Zig stands a chance. 2v1, 3v1, maybe.
Darshan getting himself back, trying to escape the wrath of Mike Young. He sees the wall coming in from the Talia, knows he's going to drop, tries to make it 1-for-1, but just can't do it. Look at the damage in it about the asymmetric team comps earlier, about how you make the other team play your game right now. Mike Young going to be taken very low. Stixay, his Guardian Angel is popped, and that is huge. He's respawning in a bad spot and taken down without bringing down Mike.
Mike was able to just get out by the
take one inhibitor turret with that Baron.
Oh, Ryu getting pressed on. Mike Young there, though.
But Mike Young,
oh my God,
right there, dominating.
If you want
Possible ages you could be and play in the LCS.
And he's on a team that's in 10th place, and he's up against a team that's trying to go for first. Darshan, though, gonna have 2 there.
Can he fight this? It's gonna be rough, popping the grand challenge onto the Gator, but nope.
Yeah, Executioner's calling from 2 and 2. They have to engage on one side. They're going for Stixay.
Going for CLG if they can. Shield up from Afro move. Glacial Fissure going to be used to disengage this one if he can. The stun down on special. Now the CLG flank is coming in. Dardoch into the middle of the fight. Juggling around. Trying to take him down. Looking to go for him if they can. Ryu is gone. Who he's able to find 1 kill. Zig is gone. Special is gone. And Phoenix1 is routed. Trying to run themselves away. Mike Young flees over the wall, jumping to the ward, but CLG will continue their chase.
Yeah, there's a gigantic minion wave here. It hasn't turned on him yet. He tries to thin it as he's getting out.
Mike still trying to get out of this one. Dardoch after him with the dead man's plate. The body slam comes in. The barrel is down. The Guardian Angel popped. And Darshan's looking to return a favor from a moment ago. The shutdown for CLG's top laner.
The first death for Mike Young. And now CLG will push. Arrow, the only one left up. They're going to try to get this turret and also try to position themselves so that they can continue to push. 15 seconds on Ryu, 10 on Xpecial here.
Arrow, the only man standing, somehow having to face this down alone. Firing off the auto attacks as he can, but you can't stay exposed for even a moment or the CLG team will bring you down. Blue turret destroyed. Another Nexus turret going to fall. They're gonna try CLG goes down the rope. They juggle Arrow backwards. They take him down. Xpecial still trying to hold this line. CLG wants to find their win. The Nexus falls. And CLG takes the series.
And they put themselves tied for first.